Max Lajoie and his possible...
He's getting closer. We'll make a decision either after morning skate or after the warm-up tomorrow.
Is he the type of player that could have helped last night, do you think? Or
yeah, always. But I think we had enough players last night to do a better job. We did not. Lots of turnovers. That second goal hurt because we got full control. It's a controlled breakout. It's a set breakout, we call it. And there's nowhere in our registry that we're rimming at the guys that are skating out on the opposite side. Like, that's just made a individual mistake on that one, and the puck should have been out of our zone in that one. So that hurt. But then after that, again, the eagerness to get it back just killed us. Still 2-1. Lots of game to do it the right way, and we hurt ourselves like we've done many times on the road. But the main thing is that we'll get on the road again at some point. Now we're home, but on the road for sure. The process is that we got to get to a place where all lines are reliable and all pairs are reliable, so that they're able to play against anybody, and we're not there yet. And that's clear, and that's the message. And that's our quest, really. That's what we need to improve in the next while. But now we're at home, so we'll get the matchups we want, and we'll compete better. We'll be tougher. Our gap wasn't very good. Our puck handling wasn't very good. We definitely we're not at our best. Having said that, it was 1-1, and Tkachuk gets the open net there. If he puts it in, it's 2-1 for us, and maybe we get a little confidence out of that. But no, no. It's in the end, it's a part of the learning lessons that have to help us in the future for sure.
Would a video session this morning been just as important as on ice today?
Yeah, we did both. Yeah, we did both. Yeah, without going over 55 clips there, just a few that reminded us why we had success the 3 previous games and why we beat ourselves yesterday. Having said that, when you look at the video, the Canadians played a really good game. I mean, you have to give it to them. They had great gap. They were physical. They didn't give us a lot of room, but we didn't battle hard enough to give ourselves room and deserve it. So they deserve it, and we got to deserve it tomorrow. It's plain and simple.
Anderson tomorrow?
Yep.
Max McCormick, any chance of seeing him soon?
Trying to get him in there. I am, but I've never lived this in 3 years where a healthy group, game in, game out, and so it's tough. Yeah, that means I got to pull somebody out. And if I want to have the same types of matchups that I had the 3 games that we won here, it's hard to put him in there. So, but he's going to stay ready, and hopefully in the next games I can slot him in at some point or another.
When you get in it's been like sometimes 2 and 3 goals in a hurry on the road. Do you ever think of using the timeout, or is that you want to save that for the?
In this new era now, you use a timeout and then you need it later, and you hit yourself on the wall. It's a tough one now. It has to be something extremely evident, and it's the end of the period. It's less than 5 minutes left. So when they score 1, so it's only 2-1. And they score 1 later, and then 3 minutes, 2 minutes left. It makes no sense to take a timeout at that moment. But yes, I did it before this year. I could choose at one moment or another to take a timeout, and just too bad, and have to deal with the fact that I don't have one later. But it is much, much harder than before. I used to use timeouts all the time, just for the right reason. Because when you feel that your bench needs it at that moment, it's hard not to use it. But that's the problem now. Is you get the good side of having to, get some calls maybe go your way and have a chance for it. But the downside is that you don't have a timeout. So I think the chance to call back a goal or something like that usually far outweighs the timeout you would have. So you're trying to do on the bench, talking what you would normally do during a timeout as much as you can, or you wait for the TV timeout and use it there, which I've done this year before and it worked. But sometimes you're too far away from the period or the TV timeouts and all that. But it's different than before. It really is. Before it was much easier for me to figure out when to use that timeout. Now it's a tough one.
Coach, Ouais. Ben, écoute, juste peut-être revenir un petit peu à l'avantage de tes match-ups demain. Ce que tu as voulu régler un peu avec les gars ce matin, les petits trucs que vous avez voulu régler en entraînement ce matin?
Ouais, ben écoute, les match-ups, ben, c'est évident. C'est parce que à la maison, on a les match-ups qu'on veut. Alors, c'est sûr que ça nous aide. C'est toujours ça l'avantage de, les gens pensent que c'est à cause des partisans. C'est sûr que tu es confortable d'avoir tes propres partisans, c'est certain, mais le vrai avantage, c'est que tu fais jouer tes joueurs contre qui tu veux de l'autre côté. Ce qui fait que tu te crées du momentum, tu te crées une identité pendant ton match, puis tu es capable d'avoir une constance par rapport à ce que tu vois, tandis que tu es sujet au contraire là, quand tu es sur la route, évidemment. Puis l'adversaire va... c'est des bons coachs, là, le bord. Là, fait que Claude, quand les faiblesses, là, il sait quoi attaquer. Là, fait que c'est la même chose. Fait que moi, c'est de mon côté. Quand un adversaire vient ici, on les a étudiés assez qu'on sait quoi faire. Alors, on a un gros avantage. Puis étant donné qu'on manque d'expérience sur à peu près toutes nos paires de défense ou nos attaquants, c'est plus dur sur la route. Tandis qu'à la maison, on est capable de cacher certaines faiblesses. Ça, c'est clair par rapport au match-up. Puis on était très spécifique aujourd'hui, un matin, là, dans l'entraînement. On voulait gérer la rondelle mieux. Ils ont été très agressifs hier. Ils pinchent leurs défenseurs puis tout ça. Alors, il faut être meilleur. Il faut être meilleur avec ces pinches-là. Il faut être capable de sortir du trou. Puis je trouve qu'on n'a pas bien manié la rondelle pour sortir du trou.